Rock and roll, parties, luxury cars, and love stories. That's the portrait of Vince Neil's life that has always captured the public's attention. As the iconic frontman of Mötley Crüe, Vince Neil grew into a symbol of glam metal, embodying a lifestyle of excess and controversy. Since the start of his career in the 1980s, Vince has been known for his wild stage energy, nightlife filled with parties, and love affairs that often made headlines. On top of that, his passion for luxury cars and exotic vehicle collections has only strengthened his image as a rock star who lives life to the fullest. But Vince's journey has not always been smooth. Behind the glitz and fame, he has faced many ups and downs, from personal tragedies and legal troubles to the challenge of staying relevant in the music world. Even so, Vince remains a fascinating figure to follow. The way he enjoys life, survives in the tough entertainment industry, and maintains his image as a classic rock star makes him one of the most colorful personalities in rock history. This is the lifestyle of Vince Neil, a legend whose story is always full of surprises and never far from the spotlight. Vince Neil was born in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California, to Shirley Ortiz and Clois, or Odie Wharton. From his mother, Neil inherited Mexican heritage, while from his father he has Native American ancestry. His childhood was marked by the family moving across various parts of Southern California, from Inglewood to Watts, before eventually settling in Glendora. There, Neil attended Sunflower Intermediate School and later Royal Oak High School. As a teenager, he had already developed an interest in music, inspired by David Lee Roth of Van Halen, while also admiring major bands such as AC/DC, Aerosmith, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Journey, and the Beach Boys. His journey to the big stage began when he performed with a local band called Rock Candy. Drummer Tommy Lee, who had known him since school, recommended him to join his new band, Mötley Crüe. In 1981, Neil officially became the lead vocalist and made his debut with the album Too Fast for Love. Major success followed with their second album, Shout at the Devil, which propelled Mötley Crüe onto the international stage. Subsequent albums such as Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 and Dr. Feelgood cemented the band as one of the biggest rock icons in the world. Even so, producer Tom Worman once described Vince as the least creatively involved member compared to the others. After the release of the compilation album Decade of Decadence 81 to 91 in 1991, Neil's relationship with the band began to fracture. His increasingly heavy drinking affected his stage performance and disrupted the band's productivity. Early in his career with Mötley Crüe, Vince's excessive partying lifestyle combined with his love for race cars led to a major tragedy. On December 8, 1984, while partying and consuming alcohol, Neil drove his De Tomaso Pantera sports car along with Nicholas or Razzle Dingley, the drummer of Hanoi Rocks, to buy more alcohol. Drunk behind the wheel, Neil lost control and crashed into another car in Redondo Beach, California. The accident claimed Razzle's life, while two passengers from the other car were seriously injured. For this incident, Neil was sentenced to 30 days in jail, 5 years probation, and ordered to pay $2.6 million in restitution to the victims. However, he only served 18 days due to good behavior. His absence from rehearsals in February 1992 became a turning point when Nikki Sixx, Tommy Lee, and Mick Mars agreed that the vocalist was holding the band back. At the time, Mötley Crüe also accused Neil's hobby of racing Indy Lights cars of showing a lack of commitment to music. The members felt he no longer had the drive and energy, often needing to be dragged out of bed after long nights of partying. Lee accused him of failing to contribute creatively, while Nikki Sixx bluntly said the band needed a singer who was willing to work. Feeling cornered, Neil stormed out, and only 4 days later, news of his dismissal was made public. After parting ways with Mötley Crüe, Vince Neil tried to build a solo career, releasing his debut single, You're Invited, But Your Friend Can't Come, in 1992, which appeared on the Encino Man movie soundtrack. The track gained some attention, particularly as its music video featured comedian Pauly Shore and clips from the film. In 1993, Neil released his first solo album, Exposed, which debuted at number 13 on the Billboard chart. The album featured guitarist Steve Stevens alongside Dave Marshall, Robbie Crane, and Vic Fox, and they even toured as an opening act for Van Halen. The music videos for his singles also drew attention, from Sister of Pain, featuring adult film actress Janine Lindermolder, to Can't Change Me, recorded at Record Plant, and Can't Have Your Cake, which included Pamela Anderson and Neil's son, Neil Warthen, portraying him as a young man. In 1995, Neil released his second solo album, Carved in Stone, produced by the Dust Brothers with an industrial sound. However, its release was delayed as Neil dealt with his daughter Skylar's serious illness. The album included a special track, Skylar's song, dedicated to her. Commercially, the album failed, peaking only at number 139 on the Billboard 200 and selling fewer than 100,000 copies. The failure also ended his contract with Warner Brothers Records. After both Vince Neil's solo career and Mötley Crüe's momentum faded in the mid-1990s, the four original members eventually decided to reunite in 1997. Neil himself admitted that the band realized they couldn't continue without him, while he couldn't sell records as successfully as Mötley Crüe. The reunion resulted in the album Generation Swine released that year, debuting at number 4 on the Billboard chart. However, internal tensions remained, leading drummer Tommy Lee to leave. The band then recruited Randy Castillo and released New Tattoo in 2000, before going on hiatus again following Castillo's death from cancer. A major moment came when Neil and Lee managed to set aside their differences for the massive Red, White, and Crüe tour in 2005. The Carnival of Sins tour featured spectacular performances complete with acrobatics, fire breathers, and unique stunts that boosted the band's appeal. The tour's success proved that Mötley Crüe's magic was far from gone. Ultimately, in 2008, the band released Saints of Los Angeles, featuring all the original members, marking a new chapter in their reunion in the music world. Vince Neil's romantic life has been full of twists and turns, marked by love, marriages, divorces, and even tragedy. From his high school girlfriend Tommy Jones, Neil had a son, Neil Jason Wharton, born in 1978. Not long after his career began to rise with Mötley Crüe, he married Beth Lynn in 1981 and had a daughter, Elizabeth Ashley Wharton, before divorcing in 1985. His second marriage to fashion model Charisse Rudell in 1987 brought him another daughter, Skylar Lene Neil. But happiness was short-lived. Skylar tragically passed away in 1995 due to cancer, leaving a deep scar in his life. After separating from Charisse Rudell, Neil had a relationship with actress and Playboy playmate Heidi Mark. The two got engaged just 2 months after their first meeting and married in 2000, but the marriage ended after only 15 months. In 2005, he once again tried to build a family with Leah Girardini in a unique wedding officiated by MC Hammer. Unfortunately, that relationship also ended in 2010. In recent years, Neil has been in a long-term relationship with Rain Hanna, a professional makeup artist and beauty educator. She is the founder of Rain Makeup Academy and co-founder of Serendipity Cosmetics. After about 15 years together, the couple was rumored to have split, but were later seen close again in backstage photos from Mötley Crüe concerts, sparking speculation of reconciliation. However, misfortune struck Neil's life once again. In February 2025, Rain Hanna was involved in a crash of Vince Neil's private plane, which skidded off the runway in Scottsdale, Arizona, and collided with another aircraft. Hanna survived, but suffered 5 broken ribs. Her friend and their dogs also survived, but a pilot tragically lost his life in the incident. This tragedy serves as a reminder that Neil's love life has always been filled with drama, happiness, and trials, never far from the public spotlight. Vince Neil is estimated to have a net worth of around $50 million, with some sources placing the figure as high as $70 million, depending on the assets and business ventures included. His wealth primarily comes from his massive success with Mötley Crüe, including sales of their legendary albums, consistently sold-out world tours, and royalties from songs that remain popular to this day. In addition, his solo career, with albums Exposed and Carved in Stone, along with touring, also provided extra income. Beyond music, he has built wealth through business and investments, including ventures in restaurants, bars, liquor, and real estate. Vince Neil is known not only as a musician, but also as a businessman willing to explore opportunities outside the music world. He once launched a tequila brand called Tres Rios that was distributed nationally, founded the Vince Neil Ink Tattoo Shop on the Las Vegas Strip, and opened tattoo-themed restaurants and bars like Vince Neil's Tatuado Eat Drink Party at Circus Circus, decorated with tattoos and rock memorabilia. He also, at one point, owned a nightclub, the Girls 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 themed strip club, and expanded into wine and other entertainment projects. In the late 2000s, Neil opened Dr. Feelgood's Bar and Grill in West Palm Beach, Florida, though it closed in late November 2010. Some of his businesses remain active today, particularly the Tatuado Restaurants Bars and the Tequila label, while others, such as the strip club and some tattoo shop branches, are no longer in operation. These ventures show that Vince Neil has always sought to expand his influence in the entertainment world, turning the rock and roll lifestyle into more than just music. It became a brand he could market to the public. Vince Neil is also known for his luxurious lifestyle, reflected in his private residences. For about 11 years, he lived in a grand Mediterranean-style mansion in the exclusive Spanish Hills community of Las Vegas. The home spans nearly 5,500 square feet on roughly one-third of an acre, showcasing the elegance of Mediterranean revival architecture with a mix of classic charm and modern touches. Inside, it features 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, a spacious 4-car garage, and even a separate casita for guests. The mansion also includes a private recording studio, billiards room, entertainment loft, making it the ultimate rocker's retreat. The luxury extended outdoors as well. The backyard was designed for both comfort and entertainment, complete with a sparkling pool under the Nevada sun, an outdoor kitchen perfect for barbecues, and wide patios and terraces for relaxation and celebrations. Unsurprisingly, the house gained public attention when it was featured on MTV Cribs in 2005, reinforcing Neil's glamorous image beyond the stage. After more than a decade of living there, the property was listed for sale at around $2.7 million, and at one point was even offered as a rental for nearly $8,000 a month, a tempting opportunity for devoted Mötley Crüe fans. But Las Vegas wasn't the only place Neil left his mark with lavish residences. He also owned a mansion in Danville, California, a property of more than 5,300 square feet with 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms. The home radiated a Mediterranean classic vibe with elegant details. Its spacious backyard patio offered the perfect spot for relaxing or entertaining, blending seamlessly with the surrounding natural setting. The combination of European-inspired design and modern comforts made the mansion not just a residence, but a symbol of Neil's luxurious lifestyle. Ultimately, the home was sold for about $2.58 million, adding to the long list of high-end properties once owned by the Mötley Crüe frontman. Today, Vince Neil resides in a large estate in Nashville, Tennessee, which became his main base after leaving his Las Vegas home. The property sits on expansive land with plenty of space for pets, including horses, and is equipped with stables. From the outside, the house resembles a grand countryside American estate with vast lawns and open surroundings. Inside, it is designed with luxury and character, blending elegance with personal touches. Rain Hanna, Neil's partner, has also contributed to the interior decor, making the estate a true reflection of both their tastes and lifestyle. Living on a large property, Neil keeps several horses that play an important role in his life. Together with his partner, Rain Hanna, Neil often spends time at their horse ranch where Neil enjoys both relaxation and caring for the animals. His passion for horseback riding was even featured on Rock and Roll Road Trip with Sammy Hagar, when he showcased his collection of horses at his Nashville home. He is also frequently seen accompanying Hanna at various barrel racing events. Together they manage a spacious horse ranch that allows Neil to pursue his hobby while also finding peace of mind. Vince Neil also has a passion for golf, which he has enjoyed since the mid-1980s. In an interview with Vegas Golfer magazine, he revealed that his love for the sport began during a tour in 1985, when his golf-loving manager took him to the TPC course in Dallas. Since then, Neil has often traveled with his golf gear and taken advantage of every opportunity to play, especially since nearly every tour stop had a golf resort nearby. For him, golf is a hobby he can enjoy anywhere, serving as the perfect complement to a busy tour schedule. More than just recreation, Neil has also turned golf into a charitable effort by organizing the annual Skylar Neil Memorial Golf Tournament, dedicated to the memory of his daughter, and serving as a fundraiser for social and medical causes. This hobby highlights another side of Neil, not just the glamorous rock star, but also someone who finds peace and expresses compassion through sports.